welcome to CEAZOR's Snack Sandwich. Today we're going to take a quick look at this project called UpstreamAlpha. Now this is a different project than what I usually cover. This is not a DeFi project. There's no token, there's no DeFi place to put your USDC or tokens or anything like that. This is something very, very different. But the creators of this reached out to me and showed it to me and said like, oh, this is what it can do, and was just kind of shared it with me, and I figured I will share it with you because I do think it's kind of interesting. So basically what this thing is, it's a place for you to get some alpha, okay? That's the idea here. The creators of this want to help people to get in early, so to speak, okay? So they have these different products or these different parts of the website that use data and give you some things to think about, okay? So let's go through the tabs at the top and we'll talk about each one in turn. So the first thing we have at the top here is called the Alpha Stream. And basically what this is they have this computer bot, basically algorithm or script that basically monitors Twitter accounts. And anytime there's a new Twitter account created, they get a message and then they curate this message to make sure that it's about DeFi. And then they go and they assign it all these different kind of categories. So like if you're looking for specific things like, oh, I'm only interested in algo stable coins or GameFi, you can filter the Twitters that have recently opened in here by clicking these. Now, as you can see, there is it tells you that the date when it was opened, like how long ago, and it's sorted by date. And then you can also then kind of sort by some specific things at the top here. So you can say, oh, I only care about the Phantom, or I only care about Ethereum or Arbitrum. And you can multi-select them too. Like I can say, oh, I only care about Ethereum and Phantom, right? And now what the rating is, is a hard one. I don't completely remember how he explained it to me, but I've forgotten kind of how it works. But basically they have all this, they use these factors and then they give it a score based on between 1 to 5. So something that is new and doesn't have a lot of information and hasn't supplied a lot of backing to it will get a lower score, whereas something that's been legitimatized, like it's given maybe their team is doxed and they're and stuff like this, or they have a website, they have a product that's live, then they will get more and more stars. So you can decide on this trust rating on again, you can filter by 5 or 4 or whatever filter rating you want to add, and add filters to it. And then it can also you can also filter by when it was found, like how new is this alpha, so to speak. So this is the Alpha Stream. You can come and check it a little bit more. There's lots of stuff in here. You get links to their Twitter. You can read this is basically pulled from their Twitter. So, whatever it says on their Twitter, it says here, and then some tags and then also some data, like how much followers this account currently has. Okay. So onward to Butterfly. Now Butterfly is more about protocol or Twitter accounts that have been growing rapidly. As you can see, this is the percentage of growth that this Twitter account has had in one day, and it's an NFT based tagged Twitter account. So this one's growing in popularity quite a bit, right? But that doesn't mean it's definitely good alpha, but it gives you an idea that, oh, this is maybe worth looking at. Now, this is like step 1 of your do your own research, is to come to this website and find the new things, and then you go in deep and look at. I'll be using this for sure in order to find new DeFi projects that I think may or may not be interesting. Okay, so this is the Twitter growth. So obviously, as things grow in popularity on Twitter, they're likely to have some momentum, perhaps. But you might be buying the top of something that has a huge growth in 7 days and hasn't. Maybe it's the top. So be careful of that, right? So Leapfrog is an interesting product too, and this is basically where you can request alerts to your favorite people who you follow. So if I would go to here, it'll pop up and do I can give them my Discord, and then who would I like to add or remove an alert, and then paste the link that you would like to track. So this is the user of the person that I want to track, and I want him it's basically a bot that's gonna in Discord tell me when something, then this specific Twitter person does something that that I find important, okay, or that I might find important. So as you can see here, like crypto yield info just followed this project. So when he follows something, he doesn't mean he tweeted about it. He just clicked follow. So this might be some quality alpha that, you know, the person who you follow is doing something that you would like to know about immediately. Okay. Snapshot. Now, snapshot is basically, well, you see, for today, there was nothing that happened yesterday. So they don't have anything here. But if I go to yesterday, there's also nothing new here. But basically what a snapshot is basically like, if you haven't been here for a while, then you can click these and see, you know, what happened today and what happened yesterday. So then it kind of it'll filter it down just to the most important one. So it'll basically take the alpha stream and, you know, basically filter down what the project team thinks, this project team here, the Upstream project team, thinks is the most important information that you need to know. Now, XRay is also very interesting. XRay is an ability for you to come here. They have all of these wallets, these people who they, you know, influencers, right? And then they have links to their Twitter and links to their DeBank wallet, so their DeBank portfolio wallet. So if I click on Danielle Sesta, right? Daniele, you know, everybody else. So you can come here and see his wallet, right? And you can then maybe make some investment choices or some degen choices based on what you see them doing there. And then they also have some, like, you know, just some tags and some extra information so that you can decide if you want to do this, like how much money is in the wallet. And then also this confidence rating is like, how confident is this team that this wallet actually does belong to this person. And then finally, they have this calendar. This calendar is a tough one, right? Because all this stuff is being maintained by hand, right? So it's not something that they can do this all very easily. But they're trying their best to add like projects that or events in this calendar that are of note. So on today, there is a Radium liquidity launch. So Radium finances liquidity launch, and Goldmint finances farm launch. So I guess that's pretty much covers it. Like I know I'm not covering it like in complete depth. I'm not giving you the math of how I'm sorry, I can't give you the math on how they assign these star ratings and stuff like that, because I can't quite remember, and there's no docs for me to check, and he's not around right now. So, but you can come and check it out. It's UpstreamAlpha.com. And I do think that there's a few features in here that might be behind a paywall. They gave me a membership, so I'm on my membership, but there might be a paywall on some of the things like the snapshot, the leapfrog, and maybe the XRay. But I'm not sure. You double check with them. Okay. So they do have a contact us, which is basically, you know, a web, like a form. So you can get in touch with them, but there's no Telegram, and there's no Discord for you to contact them at all right now. Okay. So that's it. I hope this has been useful, and I hope this has been interesting, and thank you so much for watching. Goodbye.